at the
Yes.
lab,
Right.
and it's Wednesday.
It is
So
Wednesday.
don't think it's just because
We're
it's a
losing our
cannabis
mind.
company
It's
and we don't know what day it is.
we know
It's
what day it is. Just it is the week of right before Christmas. So it's
well, not
literally
only that,
December 20th. We're
it's
5 days.
always me.
Huh?
It's never Nicole. It's always me.
Oh no. Don't even
Yeah,
believe him.
it is always me. And
No, not at all. No, you're a
she
busy
is holding it
guy.
together. I want to do a little Christmas shout out for my business partner. She is the best, and let me tell you, the best.
Thank
And
you.
I, we got a package at the house today with customized
Yeah.
coffee mugs. Look at how great this is.
They're so
And then
cute.
the top of it says, I love my husband more than coffee. And then I've got one, and it has my name on it. And it says, on the top, it says, my wife is hotter than my coffee.
Well, you
What a
guys are like literally the cutest couple ever. And I was like, oh, that's absolutely
well, and we're
adorable.
coffee people. I got a cold Kirkland coffee going before the show, and I've got an iced coffee going. I mean, we're coffee.
Well, you
people.
drink coffee. You always have coffee for the show. And whenever I talk to Luann, she's always having her cup of coffee. So I was like, how cute. I feel like you can never have enough cups. I have a ton. Well, I mean, my husband would beg to differ. He thinks I have beyond enough cups, but I don't think I could ever have enough.
Well, let me tell you something. I love the gift and the thought and the
Yay!
wonderful. And
I just think the
thank you
absolute
so
world
much.
of you guys.
You are
guys are seriously my favorite.
You are the best. You know,
Aw.
and our show is just this giant love fest of, hey, I love you and I love her and I love and everything else. And I don't think there's anything bad with that.
No, I don't think so either. I think, well, right before we came on, we were just talking about Stephanie because we're going to go do something for, to thank her for doing sales and doing stuff over the holidays. And I'm so excited to not only see her, but going to go take her for some happy hour and go do some stuff just to thank her for doing everything. And I love and adore her. She has been such an amazing, positive person in my life since you actually introduced her to me. And so she's just been so amazing.
And I love you girls working together and, getting together and socializing and mentoring with her.
And she's selling so much to where that's why I had to call Michelle and get even more. So we actually had to 2-day it from Oklahoma and stuff where you're at and stuff from the kitchen to get more product because we're selling like crazy, which is great, but more of the gel roll-ons, the human tinctures, and then she needs a lot more of the candles, which is great, but that's already here. But we needed the other stuff from over there. So it's been so positive. I just love and adore her. She's amazing. It's been really great. And it's all because of Mark. He just knows the right people.
Well, and life is all about that.
Right.
I mean, it really is all about that.
It really is. It truly is and stuff. No, I think it's been absolutely great.
And I'm learning more and more about this software. I'm trying to get, some of the comments to come through.
Right.
In this chat thing. I'm kind of practicing that right now. But
yeah, the comments from online when we do it.
Yeah, and some of them are blocked because there's other things because we're streaming live to YouTube, X,
right,
Facebook, and some of them bump into each other and there's a delay. So I'm trying to get the live thing going with the.
Well, that's kind of what you're doing last night with Dion, right? Kind of going over different things like that. Yeah.
Well, and Dion is our Denver producer, and I was
right.
working with him just on a side show to try and just kind of get a little bit more interactivity going with the show.
Right.
And I was hoping to kind of get more of that going when I got to you.
Huh?
And it's just always figuring out the technology. That's just it's crazy. But
Well,
Trip Parks just liked a video. And he
has been another person who he put out the most heartfelt comment and tagged us in it. What was that, like a week ago?
I saw that. It seemed like maybe he was
sweet.
struggling a little bit.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
And
but doing really well and finding somebody. It's nice to sit there and know that where we try to be positive and show people, like, not only want to work with people that are like-minded, but people who impact other people in positive ways, to know that that's something that I've done so far for his life, to where he's done that was really meaningful to me as well too. Like that, to know that.
Yeah, he actually mentioned your name in that post.
Yeah, like I was, it was honestly mind blowing to me and stuff. Because I think that they're just amazing, great people.
Well, and one of the things about what we're doing is that it seems to be a little bit of a thankless type of a job when you're creating content.
Right.
It, the social media machine wants you to pay a bunch of money to get eyeballs on what you're doing.
It does, which
is counterintuitive to what small businesses like ours, we can't afford to spend $1,000 a week to give big tech all this money. And so we have to do it on our own.
Right. Well, that, and also like to try to sit there and do it. I do understand that you have to spend money to make money, but it's also a matter of you can't overextend yourself for spending money, which is something I've actually genuinely taken pride on. That since owning the business and even the one before, there's no loans. There's no doing any of that. But that being said, I also don't think it's right for small businesses to feel like they have to take out loans just to get themselves out there. So it's just word of mouth and keep talking and keep bringing clientele.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that I was saying is, don't give up.
Right. Yeah.
Do not give up on your dream, but you need to have a family.
Right.
You need to have a group that is supporting each other. And that's why the Mark Hope Show logo is an elephant, and the Marketing Hope logo is an elephant with a little baby elephant.
Well, you just bring everybody in.
We need to help each other because it's a long, tiring road. And Nicole, I know that you have been the operational head of different organizations that you've been involved in, and some of them super good that you can embrace what's going on and struggle through all that, and others I know from your personal history that you've been alone.
Yes.
And the other side of the business is just autocratic and not joining in with things and give me results or whatever, and it's like we're doing the best we can.
Well, but also we're doing it together. Like it's an entire team process. It's been so genuinely rewarding that it's been really nice and stuff. And to not feel that constant disappointment pressure when there is no disappointment. Like you should be happy, like you're getting everything done. And like, no matter what little hiccups we still have, we're still making sales. We are still in the plus. We don't have any loans out. We've got an amazing team of people and stuff that help out right away. We've got Michelle, we've got Stephanie. Like, I mean, it's really kind of nice and stuff. Oh, and a huge shout out to, I would love to get a massive shout out to Miss Carolyn Habercorn. She has not only been part of my life for, I'd say, probably close to a decade now. She's an amazing woman. She worked up at the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office for many, many years. She's now retired, but she is so through and through with our product that she has turned multiple full-blown families onto our product, where we just sent out some of their super good friends a bunch of products the other day as well too. So a huge shout out to her, because without people like her and who, you know, truly love this stuff, but then like, you know, once again, it's like friends and everything else. It's a friendship thing. That's, yeah, we wouldn't be a company if we weren't with people who are like her. So, and who really push it and genuinely love the products.
And I was dealing with a client the other day that was talking to me about investments, and we're doing a big small town Oklahoma. You know, we're buying up a lot of small town Oklahoma houses and buildings and making them residential real estate. And some of these younger investors, you know, and some of the older curmudgeons too, but you know, the older guys generally just tell me what to do, and I just say, okay, you can be involved or not. And the question is, well, you know, there's only 877 people in this little town. You know, why should we be here? And my response to that is because you only need one tenant for this
building. You don't need 877.
And if the market was big enough to have enough people to satisfy you, you're not big enough for the market. The bigger ones are moving in, and you're not going to be successful in that market. So why not be a success being a small fish in a smaller pond and grow out of that?
You know, rather do that anyway.
Be happier with your little company that you're growing. You don't have to be the big guy.
No, and
you know, to be successful.
Yeah, right. Well, and eventually getting there and doing stuff. It's about, like I said, eventually get bigger and everything else, but really finding the people who truly like and care for this product now, that they're using it now, because they're the ones that are actually helping to get it out. And it's the same with doing your small town buy-ups and everything else, because you're going to make friends, you're going to be more part of that community where they're going to come to you, where you're going to be more successful than a bigger name person who's just off to the side trying to come in and swoop in. Like, you're part of the community, you're part of doing stuff. So in the long run, you will actually be more successful. I personally
absolutely. And my battle cry for entrepreneurialism is always the same. And I know you feel this way, Nicole, but jump in there. Don't worry about doing things perfectly all the time.
No. It does not go perfect, but it's learning along the way and enjoying the ride. That's the greatest part.
Execution before perfection.
Right.
And
exactly.
you gotta get out there and mix it up, because that's where we learn.
Yeah.
You know, we learn how to, you know, change and do different things and you know, adjust. But if you're waiting for that perfect opportunity, forget it.
It's going to pass right by you if you don't actually do something. You have to actually put forth some form of effort.
Well, and the world is changing. You know, it's always changing. And if you don't have the ability to adapt and change with the marketplace, then you're going to be left behind.
Right.
You know? Because it's like the buggy whip manufacturer, you know, there's still buggy whips.
Right.
But there's not very many people that use them, just the horse people. You know, and in Oklahoma, we have big horse ranches here, and they still use the buggy whip kind of thing. But, you know, all of the horse people went into the car business.
Yes.
You know, and now the car business people are going into the electric cars. You know, and then the electric cars are going to find out, oh, we can't do this electric car because, like where you live, Nicole, it's too cold.
And like it's cold. It is.
And the electric cars slow down.
Well, it not only does it slow down, it is getting insanely overpopulated out here. That like when I was actually shopping the other day for Christmas, there were people who were annoyed, overwhelmed, frustrated, trying to charge their cars at charging stations, and there's
Right.
not enough charging stations. So I'm like,
And now you're waiting in line.
yeah, to charge your car, but like it has to be there for a certain amount of time. They're trying to charge their car as they're going shopping, and yeah, it's weird.
It is crazy. And
It's kind of a crazy world.
so what I'm thinking is that hybrid cars is the way to go.
That's what I have.
Battery and good gas mileage, and you can go a long way on gas if you need to.
No, I think it's great. I love it. The only thing that I don't like about the hybrid is that it does that weird pause.
Yeah.
Like when you're at like a light.
It shuts off.
Yeah, it like shuts off. So then like when
That's
you go
crazy.
to go again, like it takes like a second to click back on, which makes it frustrating sometimes in my car. But other than that, especially if I'm like, I've really got to get somewhere. Usually it's kids' school or sports.
Nicole, you are absolutely on the run at all times with your kids.
Yeah, they're busy, but it's good because we're not in fall season. Like no more like winter sports or whatever for the season. The next one's like fall season. We're good. And the best part is that they are officially, as of yesterday, they both finished for the rest of the semester. So they are off. One's off for 2.5 weeks, and I think the other one's off for 3. So
I'm gonna put this in. There's a
there's Miss Nikki. I see Nikki's message.
Oh, there she goes.
Uh-huh.
I love it. Thank you for chiming in the chat, Nikki.
Right?
We're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing.
Well, and to get one on finally from Facebook to where like we can see it as we're going through. Thank you, Nikki.
Yes. She is so great. Now, Nikki is our Hooters contingent?
No. So Nikki is actually Charles's one of his best like girlfriends and stuff. Like her and her husband, they're all hunting buddies. She just got herself a very beautiful elk. It was her first, so congratulations.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So look at her.
Look at her supporting us. Hey, you're doing
look at her supporting us up there in that corner. You guys can't see it, but it's up in my corner.
The best. Well, I think everybody can see it. That's awesome.
There's Nikki. I just love her.
That is so great. I love it when people chime in. And you know what else we love? When people join the show. So just text Nicole. And,
because we want to get some more people on. We want to get a lot of people who have the testimonials, people who've tried the product.
Let's take 1 second and talk about people that use the product. Mr. Steve Berkowitz.
Yeah, that's where I knew you were going.
Yeah. And I had to go that way only because I love him so much.
He was on our show as a huge supporter, and I'm not gonna lie, his task in our HubSpot, our CRM program, popped up for me yesterday to check on him for all of like the more samples that I had sent him from like the other stuff, and I did cry. So because it's sad.
Because our friend Steve died for everybody that's watching. And, what a great man. He was
amazing
for a number of years and retired and left Colorado, went to Florida, and he's living his best dream. And he was playing poker. And I had a very, very lucky opportunity to where Steve and I were just kind of connected, and we looked after each other a little bit. And he talked to me about little pokers that he was playing, in Florida. And we were there for each other, and he had some health issues and he was feeling a little bit depressed over it. And Nicole got him some CBD products, gave him some relief. And he got out and played some poker. And then he called me back and said, "Oh, Mark, I'm so glad after I talked to you and Nicole, I was feeling a little bit better. I went out and played poker with my brother." And just what a great human being,
Yeah. And it's seriously so sad. He was actually supposed to be out here in Colorado this week, surprising some people at the PD.
Well, There was a little
Really.
girl that asked for Christmas for her Uncle Steve to come and see her. And what did the guy do? He buys a plane ticket
Does.
to come out and
Yep.
see this little girl. And he's not going to make it. But he's
And
up there right
heartbreak.
now. I guarantee you, he's up there in heaven right now. And he's causing a ruckus up there. He's somebody else's problem now. And he loves to be that. And we're going to all get together. Our spirit
So
family's
funny.
going to all reunite. And
Right.
so, I have a trouble being too sad, when we have somebody pass over, because I know that he's
I know
carrying
he's doing
all
great.
this huge bounty of spiritual wealth, and he's
Mhm.
enjoying all that now because he was a good guy,
Well, not only that, but it makes me happy for him that he was able to retire and spend a couple years in full retirement. Because for people who don't know, not only was he at the police department that he retired at for a really, really long time, he was there, I think, with Denver County, I think, prior to that. So he has been like an officer for years and years, and their tribute to him was very touching as well
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Mhm. Where is that?
And
What does Nikki say? Oh, well, Miss Nikki, we need some CBN for you. Yep, we got to get you some CBN. So we'll get you that. I am guessing I'm going to see Nikki pretty soon and stuff because we've got some nice little Christmas presents for you guys. So I'll sit there and get you some samples of the CBN for you to try, and it'll be great. And they taste
Nikki, I would
awesome.
love to have you come on the show and talk to me about that CBN.
Oh, she's amazing.
I'm an Ambien user, and so I would like to transition from
Ambien onto
Ambien
that.
to CBN, but
Mhm.
I'm waiting on a kidney transplant, so there's a lot of, I'm
You have to,
waiting
like,
until I get
wait.
through that to switch over,
Right.
because I don't want to upset the apple cart. But
Right.
I definitely, after the first of the year, after I get my new kidney, I would like to talk about that.
To do stuff. Well, and one of the things now that my kids themselves too are off of school for the next few weeks, I was thinking about maybe next week and stuff also having one, if not both, my daughters on the show, just because they use the product, and
Absolutely.
to ask them some questions, because my kids, everything is THC free. All my kids use it. My boys use it. My girls use it. It's I just think that it's really, really good for them to use something more like that versus anything else. And we actually don't carry ibuprofen or Tylenol anymore, but they use the things like for Nikki to try to sleep and stuff. The CBN, they do that. If they're feeling anxiety testing, they just had finals. We did a lot of CBG. So like my daughters are just, well, like I said, all my kids, but really my daughters use it insanely more, tons of topicals, everything else. And it's just really good it's a better, more healthier, natural alternative for them.
Well, and not only that, but at the reason that we have Synergy in our name is because we're a CBD labs, but we're also a co-op and
Yes.
a incubator for ideas for small businesses to help them grow. Because if we can grow our
Mhm.
CBD brand and our real estate brand and our marketing brand or whatever, and we
Right.
can
Like
share
it's doing
that.
everything. It's helping for Sam because Sam's doing great and stuff. It's helping, I mean, like really with everybody. Kim on
Well,
the whole
these young
marketing side.
kids need to
Yeah.
learn how to participate in business.
Yes.
Your kids,
Mhm.
they
Yeah,
need to learn
absolutely.
how to take some non-traditional paths to success,
Mhm.
because frankly, and I'm not knocking regular education, but it's not enough and it's very expensive.
As a parent who have my kids in school right now, I am knocking regular education. It has gotten to the point where it is so driven on test scores, but for the teachers versus the children, that I've actually opted my kids out of certain tests. Certain ones they do take, other ones I've opted them out of when it doesn't go directly for them. But I'm actually very excited because I yesterday just enrolled my oldest daughter into Warren Tech, And for people who don't know what Warren Tech is, you
I love
start
that.
year to junior year.
Love.
Yeah, it gets on the job training. They have insane amounts of programs, and she's signed up for sports medicine because that's what she wants to do in college. And not only will she get college credits for it, it gives her it covers her biology, I think psychology, English, and one other like credit for high school because it's her high school classes. But then not only can she transfer them, and it'll give her credits for college, but she's
and I can't talk more about real life experience.
Right, exactly.
Real
like
life
that's
experience is so important in
so
today's day and
important.
age.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to break in. I want to talk about Godspeed.
Yes.
Godspeed is a charity that gives away cars to people that need it. Last year, we gave a Jeep away in memory of my good friend Jason Ryder, and
I didn't know that.
We gave it to a kid who graduated from high school and needed a car, and he's doing some charity things for the Computer Foundation, and
that's amazing.
He's delivering these computers to people that need it.
Okay.
And so he's fulfilling that gift through Godspeed and the Car Foundation. And I have a senior citizen who was involved in an accident, and his little $5,000 car that he had got totaled, and the insurance company is giving him a hard way to go. And unfortunately, he's got some health issues and his age where he may not be around a lot longer. Right. So we don't need a car that's going to be a forever car. But if somebody has a $3,000 or $4,000 type car that they want to donate, I will put money in to fix it up and get it running for them. And the foundation will help a little bit. But if anybody has a car that is just not great, but would do good to get back and forth to doctor's appointments, please reach out to us. And the foundation will handle all the expenses and everything and make sure that.
Is he out there in Oklahoma?
He is in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. So he's in
Vegas. He's somebody that I adopted as my stand-in dad in the poker world. And he was quite famous in the old days in poker, and he has all kinds of stories and that kind of thing. But he's somebody that I like to look after a little bit because we have these relationships, and you want to.
Where you truly care for people.
And the guy got his car smashed, so I'm working on one car that somebody is donating in Florida. But if somebody has something in and around Las Vegas that they can help with, or
that would be
whatever.
amazing.
And this is not a destitute case, but like everybody, he's working on a limited Social Security type budget, and when something like this happens, people need help, and so Godspeed is the Facebook group, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up. And people can go directly to there and message.
Well, we'll put it too in the notes in the bottom of the show afterwards, because I think that would be really important, just to sit there and not only get the word out to people, but for people to even look up the website to see what it's all about. To see
we need a producer to help us.
Yes. Anybody out there? Producer. We need a producer.
Because right now Mark's doing it, and it's not a great job.
He's doing a fantastic job. He's doing way better than what
I'll share a screen here real quick, and let me get rid of this overlay real quick. And A Ride to Hope, codenamed Godspeed, and
okay.
Jason. I'm in the middle of a podcast, but I didn't want you to go to voicemail. Can I call you in 10 minutes?
That'll work.
Call you right back. But this is the Facebook page and the number and how to get a hold of us on the Godspeed network. Here's your Tesla right here.
My gosh. And that made me laugh. That was pretty funny. And you had the Ford truck pulling it out.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh man, it's something. It's something. I'll tell you
But
that.
if anybody has, something to donate, I know we have a lot of our shops in our network,
So is that why you were saying it? To donate your Tesla?
right?
Donate your Tesla.
I'm actually on the list for one of these Cybertrucks.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Well,
don't
just don't go
don't,
four-wheeling.
don't tell my wife.
Don't-
Yikes.
It'll just like show up one day and be like, "Oh, where'd that come from?"
Right?
Yeah, be like, I don't know. They're giving them out for free now.
Although, like I said, I love the hybrid thing. I think
Yeah, the hybrids. Like I said, my car's a hybrid. I love my car.
your Porsche is a hybrid.
Mhm.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
So you
I
get
like it.
you get this crazy mileage.
Yeah.
What's your gas mileage look like?
I know it goes really long in between when I get like when I fill up.
Does it do the
That would
shut
be
off
something
thing?
better to ask Charles.
Does it do the shut off thing?
It does. That's why I say I can see it when I'm like, okay, I'm in like a rush. I've got to drop kids off like one after another. Yeah, it gets a little hectic sometimes when it does the shut off. But other than that, I love my car. My car is
Yeah, I've
awesome.
been in your car. It's super nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. The kids wish I had a bigger one, but yeah, I didn't want a mom car anymore.
You need
They're
to
all
get like an Escalade like what I have.
Yeah, I can't drive those. They're like buses. It's made me really nervous because
You
Charles
just
has all
dissed on
these.
my car. You just dissed my Escalade.
Well, it's for me. It's way too big because so Charles likes his lifted trucks and everything else. And I think I've got a little bit of fear because when I went to go park I was playing a trick on my sister. She hates those Peeps candies and I stuck them all over her car. But as I was like sneaking up to her work, like I had to take his car, not mine, because I didn't want like she would have noticed that. I did it as a joke and I like hit another little truck and it's like, yeah, and it I scraped up the other truck, but it didn't do anything to Charles's truck because it was his tire that scraped against the other one. So any like big massive vehicles, I'm like, I'm good. I will take it. I am a female driver. I will whatever stereotype
Okay,
that you
okay,
have
okay.
towards
I
me,
get it. I get it.
I'm like, I'm good.
I get it. I get it. Well, your Porsche is just kind of just like a regular midsize SUV, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have the smaller one. I got the I didn't get the Cayenne, I got the Macan.
Okay.
And I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And I don't know a lot about that because
Yeah, it's just like the smaller SUV, I guess, version. My kids definitely would love because it gives them more legroom, but they're all getting like two of them have their permits. So I'm like two
how
out
do
of
you
three.
guys how do you guys handle the car situation with the kids?
They have one.
They have
So
one that they share or what?
well, they do, but it's so cold sometimes here in Colorado that I'm not gonna lie, my daughter, due to the cold weather lately, has been driving my Porsche a lot more with me in it because it's got the heated seats.
Right,
But,
right, right,
but
right.
they've got a Chevy Equinox that one when they both get their license will actually go to our son. He has to pay half of it, so he'll pay 5,000 to it, and then my
Okay.
oldest daughter has to pay 5,000 to her car, and me and her dad will meet her with another 5,000. So we'll each put in 2,500. She wants a car more expensive than 10,000 though. So she has to come up with the remainder amount. And she's doing that. She works 2 jobs. She also coaches. She does all these. She's
Well,
pretty determined.
and all your kids are workers, right?
Yeah.
They are workers.
Yeah,
And that's really
they're
good.
funny. Yeah, they're always trying to find different ways to make money. They're lazy too, though. They're nappers as well. They love their naps.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll tell you, there are a lot of people that I talk to in my coaching side of my business. And
Yeah.
all of my coaching is pro bono. I never charge anybody for coaching.
Oh, Mark's amazing.
Well, and that's just my way to give back to the
Hey.
world, because I've been blessed so much. But I will be coaching high wealth individuals, or people that are just really up and coming and try to build wealth and don't have much, but any spectrum in between. And I hear the same things, hey, the kids don't want to work, or they don't want to do the things the way we did them. But these Gen Zs they're wonderful beings, and they're on they know a lot more than we give them credit for. And they say, well, they never put their phones down. Well, let me tell you something.
No, they're learning media so much. That's how
Let me tell you, they don't put their phones down, but you don't see them in front of a television. And when we were kids, we were smoking dope and watching the television and zoning out. And it's a different thing. It's a very different thing. And these Gen Zs, some of the millennials and whatever after the Gen Z, they're involved in edutainment.
Yes.
So they're on the platform and they're entertaining themselves, but they're learning.
Yes.
And it's crazy, and if you think that any Gen Xers out there were fooling around with the TV and the VCR and got $100,000 a year job on their own, they didn't.
No. Well, and now
these Gen Zs are coding and they're getting $70,000 a year job. I'm working on this ninja camp right now. I've got a professor that's willing to teach underprivileged students how to code, how to do coding in Python. And it's a free part of the Hope Metaversity. And when the kids get through it, they can get a $70,000 a year job working from home coding.
Right.
And don't tell me that they don't have something on the ball, because they do.
Well, and just even basic things like because they've made certain cryptocurrency and everything else. Like I have younger kids actually teaching me things that I didn't know, because they got into stupid altcoins like Dogecoin and everything, to where they can explain certain things better to me because they're on it all the time. They're reading.
Well, even if the coin failed, the knowledge in how to trade.
Right. It's that, but it's also, what is that other thing that they have, like where they make the design or something? Like, I don't know. They make.
You're talking about NFTs?
Oh yes, NFTs. Yes.
Yeah, NFT is you take a piece of art.
Yes.
And then you attach it. Non-fungible token. Good, Nicole. She knows. What happens with that is that it attaches to a specific image. And it makes it unique. And the example is, if you own the Mona Lisa, it's worth $1 billion. If you own a picture of the Mona Lisa that's a copy on a calendar, it's worth 50 cents, maybe.
Right.
So it's the originality of the image and how to make sure that we define that it's individual, that it's the actual thing.
Right. And it's with using not necessarily cryptocurrency, but the blockchain that cryptocurrency is on.
Exactly.
And they're coming up with the artwork and they're doing this stuff all. And this is why, like, I'm literally learning from this younger generation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that they're
well, and here's something that happened. Everybody bought a lot of these pictures of monkeys and stuff like that, and it failed.
Right.
And just because that failed as an investment doesn't mean that the whole technology failed as a whole. And I'll tell you why. I am working with some developers right now that are going to put college degrees and certificate training on the blockchain as NFTs. So let's say that, you have your high school diploma, and instead of having to file it somewhere and check with whatever, they make a non-fungible token of your high school degree, and they put it on the blockchain. And anywhere you go, they can look up your degree and say, oh yeah, Nicole has a high school degree. Here it is. And it's on the blockchain. It's verifiable. So
Okay.
your whole portfolio can be attached to the blockchain, and you don't need to file away any of that stuff anymore because it's memorialized in the blockchain.
Yes. Yeah, and that's what people don't understand. And it's like your own special coding. It's all yours. Like somebody else can't take it. It's awesome. You just got to learn about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love everything about it. I think that it's great. So you're right. The younger generation they're schooling us now. They're schooling us, Mark.
Well, and the thing about it is that you can either embrace that, or you can say, oh, they're schooling us,
Yeah.
And if you're willing to set your ego aside a little bit and say, okay, tell me what you're doing.
Right.
But too often, especially boomers like me and Gen Xers like you are all like, oh, we know what we're doing. No, we're not listening. Well, you need to listen.
You have to. Even if they're going to call you old the whole time. My kids call me old all the time. I'm like, well, that may be it, but I still need you to teach me this.
Well, let me tell you something. If you can learn something from somebody that has purple hair,
yeah,
maybe they'll learn something from somebody that has gray hair.
Yeah, that's
we need to get together and help each other and team up.
Well, but like we have to learn that like there's assets in everything. So like where I don't have strength with certain things with multimedia, they do. That's their strength. But where they may be lacking on something else, weakness wise, I can totally help out that way. So that's kind of what me and you do. Once again, Synergy Network.
Absolutely. And it's so important to realize that,
Yeah.
And I provide experience from what I've been through.
You seriously do.
You have energy and experience for what you do. And these young people, they provide solid energy. And then they're providing experience as they go through. But we have different, categories that we're experienced in, and everybody's helping each other.
Right.
And, if you're willing to lose and learn, that nobody can defeat you. Nobody can
not
defeat
at all.
And the Synergy Network is building up a cast of players that are undefeatable because we always have new people coming in with new ideas and new expertise.
We really do. Yeah. Like, I mean, we seriously do.
And our people, I mean, this is kind of a year-end show. We'll have another one next week, and I'll probably have to have it from Denver. But
selfishly, I'm excited.
We have so many wonderful people. Hey, I got to take this.
Oh, you take it.
Hey, sweetie. Lou?
Hi.
Oh. Hey, I'm on a podcast with Nicole. She says she loves you. Don't worry.
She is the best.
But do we need to drop Bella off? Or we have a little bit of time?
We've got a little bit of time. Do you want me to?
Maybe come home first. Let's go drop her off, and then we'll get lunch.
That's a good idea. And then we'll get something to eat.
Okay. Love you.
See, the best ever.
Sorry. There's
don't say sorry.
The podcast.
She's got plans.
About half a dozen people, and Nicole, you're one of them. If I'm doing another podcast with somebody else, and say, "Oh, no,
yeah, no, Mark's done that before."
It's Nicole. She's my person. And if one of my daughters calls or whatever, I have to.
Yeah. Oh, there's Nikki.
Nikki, thank you for taking the ride with us. We love you. So good.
Aw.
And what a great show. What a great show. And do we have anything that we need to get out there to them? I mean, this is Tuesday show is just, you and me.
Yeah, talking. Just anything. If you guys need to get out any last minute orders, go ahead, message me, call me, whatever you need. If it's out of state, they need to be in by the 22nd. 21st, 22nd, it will be a little bit more to ship them to priority mail it and stuff, but it will be there in time. Unless you are here in Colorado, I can meet up with you by the 23rd. So I will make sure you have all your products that you need for either yourself or your stockings.
Well,
Before the end of the year.
I can't tell you how much I love you, Nicole.
Oh, I love you too.
Your family is just so together. I wish
Oh, we
everybody
think the
could
world
see.
of you.
I just see, how much time you spend with your family and your business and everything
Oh,
else.
wow.
It's overwhelming. And I get to see my grandkids. Hopefully we'll see you guys when we're out there.
I know.
It's just so wonderful to have a life that is full of the people and making the experiences. And if we can help people make money along the way to fuel their lifestyles, because I know it is so difficult right now for everybody.
But
I just paid
everybody's
property
still sticking
taxes.
in there. Just stick in there. Have
Yeah.
hope, everybody.
Well, we got to make more money because
We
the
need to make
the prices of everything have gone up. And I was paying payroll taxes on some houses yesterday, and I'm like, "What or property taxes?" I mean, it was like,
Right.
what the heck happened?
Yeah. Skyrocketed.
It's crazy.
It's insane. It really is crazy right now.
And we need to take care of each other.
Right.
So, we'll figure that out in 2024, how we can help people make a little bit of money, to make a little bit more money, to get beyond the increase that's happening.
Exactly. I'm right there with you.
All right, ma'am.
Well, you have a wonderful day, sir. We shall talk soon.
I'll see you soon.
Tell Miss Luann hello.
I will. That's Nicole, everybody. And that was a great show. And we want to tell everybody that we love them. We want you to jump in, and wherever you're viewing us on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, join in the show, ask us questions that you might have. But we're just here for the benefit of the people in the co-op and in the audience. So let us know if there's anything that we can do.